Good afternoon, dear students. Dear student, as you are familiar that we are going through with our chapter number 4, which is factor of production. In this chapter, we studied about land, its function, its importance, okay, and so many other factor of production. Dear student, our today's topic is destruction of ecosystem. You all are familiar with this concept of ecosystem, that what is ecosystem is all about. Dear student, in our everyday we see different kind of living things like animal, birds, fish, plants, okay, grass, flowers, etc. Okay, non-living and living both. Like in case of non-living, we see river, ponds, oceans around us. These things taken together constitute our environment. In fact, there cannot be human life on the earth without an environment. We all are familiar that without the environment we cannot sustain in our planet earth. Okay, we have living things, we have non-living things, okay, and we have different ecosystem in our planet earth. Okay, and by with the help of all these we can form a ecosystem where we have living things, where we have non-living things. So we can say that okay, these things are dependent on each other and found in a particular type of environment, what is called as ecosystem. The term ecosystem was coined by a British botanist named Tasley in 1937. Okay, his name is Tansley. Okay, in 1937 he proposed this particular concept of a ecosystem. According to Tansley, an ecosystem or ecology system can be defined as a group of living and non-living things which are interdependent and are found in a particular type of environment. So this is the definition given by Tansley in 1935. So be careful that ecosystem is a combination of two things, which we have living thing and non-living. We have both the groups and they both are interdependent upon each other. So that's why they form an ecosystem. Now next point is causes of destruction of ecosystem. Dear student, you all are familiar that there are so many causes by which we are destructing our ecosystem, we are destructing our environment, okay, and we have polluted our planet in such a huge way or such a huge amount that today we can see that global warming and so other skin diseases by UV rays, and there are so many other diseases spreading in our world, in our planet, because of this particular destruction of ecosystem. Now what are the basic causes, dear student? The first cause is change in land use. Dear student, as human population is growing and per capita consumption of resources is increasing, the ecosystem is constantly being changed and destroyed. You all know that the population of the global is increasing day by day. So for the population we have to construct roads, we have to construct house, we have to produce more food grains. So the land use pattern is changing. Okay, for instance, deforestation and desertification, it means felling of trees in an area is caused by this particular causes. Okay, recently in news you heard about that in the Amazon rainforest there is a huge fire. Similarly, in the Australian forest there is a huge fire. Many economists and many environmentalists argued that this particular fire was conducted by the human being only for his own selfishness, for his own motive, okay, for construction of the new buildings, okay, and to occupy these lands which are already covered by the forest, okay, which is not good for us. Dear student, as a human we have to maintain this particular ecosystem, but we are destructing this ecosystem. Okay, now by several factors, the main reason behind deforestation is more land of agriculture and human settlement. Second one is construction of dams, then requirement of fuel wood for cooking, lighting and heating purposes, then requirement of raw material for industries. This is one of the most important thing, that why deforestation is taking place, that the raw material for industries like wood for paper, furniture, plywood, okay, drugs, gums, wax, latex for rubber, all these are collected from our natural environment. Next is overgrazing. Okay, that the grazing pressure on the plants cover. Okay, that due to overgrazing, you all know about that deforestation take place is that when the time of heavy rain season, okay, the due to unavailability of soil, okay, all the trees, all the different small bushes and grasses, okay, they just flow with the rainwater, okay, because of deforestations. So that's why this particular activity should be, restricted if we really want to care about our planet earth, dear student. Now our next point is industrialization. Dear student, the rapid economic growth and industrialization have led to reckless exploitation of natural resources such as fossil fuel, coal, gas, petroleum. All these are the byproduct of our nature. Okay, these products are found in our nature, so we are extracting these products in so much huge amount that in upcoming 50 years or in upcoming few decades that we are going to face the shortage of these resources because of over extraction, because of over mining, because of overproduction of petroleum, etc. As a result, the natural balance of the ecosystem is disturbed. Increasing industrialization and rapid economic growth had led to severe environmental problem. Okay, accumulating of waste through industrial practices is one of the major reasons for environmental problem. Several industrial processes generate a lot of waste. Among the variety of industrial waste that are generated are acid, metallic compound, oils, and certain complex synthetic material, etc. Okay, dear student. Next point is our mining. Mining is the removal of mineral and other minerals from other materials. It is the removal of mineral and other materials from the earth crust for the welfare of the mankind. Okay, like coal, like petroleum, okay, all these are byproduct of mining activities. Okay, whatever element we are using, like if you talk about gold, if you talk about silver, bronze, if you talk about different lead, etc., all those are byproducts which we receive only from the mother earth, okay, by extracting, by mining. Okay, dear student, so in our country, more than 80,000 hectares of land is under the stress of mining activities. Okay, the mining activities requires removal of plant cover. Okay, first of all, this mining activity is done by deforestation along with the underlying soil mantle and excavating overlying rock masses. Okay, dear student, the result is, now what is the impact of this particular mining? Impact of this mining is reshaping of the topography. Second is generation of great volumes of waste. Next, disruption of surface and groundwater circulation. These further lead to, now because of these there are all other problems related like soil erosion, landslides, and land degradation. So all these are the byproduct of mining. Okay, by mining activities, all these type of problem you will face in your near future, or you will facing. Next is petroleum industries, like all oil refineries and petrochemical plant produces a mixture of waste. Okay, these waste may contain hydrocarbon, numerous organic acid, and inorganic sulfur compound. So this is really harmful for our ecosystem, for our planet Earth. Next is manufacturing industries, like many kind of chemical waste produce often referred to as byproduct by generated by the industry. So manufacturing industries also play an important role in destruction of ecosystem. Okay, next is automobiles. As you all familiar with the concept of automobiles, that in automobiles today we are using BS6 engine. The basic reason is because BS6 engine produce a less amount of gas, okay, which is a less amount of gas, which is not good for our planet Earth as compared to BS4 and BS4 type of engine. That's why there is a need to change the automobiles, okay, to change the engine quality of the automobiles, so that we can use less and less fuel and less pollution is created by these automobiles. So these are the basic reasons, okay dear student, for the destruction, or we can say for the causes of destruction of ecosystem. So these are the basic causes. The next one is urbanization. Urbanization also play an important role. Like, urbanization is a process of relative growth in a country's urban population. Like, degradation of ecosystem due to urbanization has occurred in a number of ways. There are so many number of ways for urbanization. Change in land use, this is a type of because of urbanization. Because urbanization, people shifted from rural area to urban area, and in the urban area, if you have forest, you cut all the you cut all the forest for construction of the new houses, construction of the new buildings. Next is depletion of water resources, okay, by the population pressures, or by the human population, or the pressure on the resources, okay. So we are suffering from the water availability, because in many in many multinational multi cities, or you can say that in many big cities, the water level, groundwater level, is decreasing day by day, okay. So we can say that depletion of water resources is also because of this destruction of ecosystem, okay. Next is requirement of large quantities of building material for construction purpose, okay, like bricks and huge amount of rocks, okay. Their destruction, they all play an important role in the destruction of ecosystem. Next is development of slum area, okay. Urbanization has also lead to the slum development. In slums, there are inadequate living spaces, okay, water supply and sewage facilities. So this affects human health, beside causes ecosystem degradation. So development of slum is a part of urbanization. Next is shifting cultivation. Now, shifting cultivation is a tropical farming system with very long flow period. Tropical soil is exhausted after continuous cultivation of crop. So in many tropical area, farmers practice shifting cultivation, okay. Now they shifted their place. Suppose today they did their farming work in that a particular land of a piece of land, and next year they will do the same production from another piece of land. They switches from one place to another place, from one land to another land. This is called shifting cultivation. By this, to they can try to save the fertility of that particular land, okay. So shifting cultivation involves burning down of trees, which releases harmful gases into the atmosphere and causes air pollution. So these harmful gases affect the health of the people living in the surrounding areas. Next is, it can also kill many species of flora and fauna in the process. So it is a major cause of loss of biodiversity. So we can say that shifting cultivation is not good for our ecosystem, okay. Next is dwelling units. Dwelling units, to accommodate the migrating population in cities, more and more dwelling units are being constructed. New roads and railways are also being constructed to meet the increasing demand of transport facilities. This involves conversion of croplands and forest land into urban settlements, okay dear student. So dwelling units have also increases in these days. So because of this, our environment is degrading, okay. And similarly, because of all these points, our ecosystem is destroyed, okay. And our ecology, if we talk about ecology, is also destruction. So these are the basic causes of destruction of ecosystem. Dear student, our next topic is labor. Today we will do only the meaning of labor, and then the classification and all other thing we will do in our next class. Dear student, if we talk about labor, we all are familiar with this particular concept of labor. What is labor? Labor, the general meaning of labor means labor is one of the primary factor of production, without which nothing can be produced. So if you have the raw material, if you have the machinery, but if you don't have the labor, then nothing can be done in your factory, in your machinery. So you must need labor for the production work, okay. In other language, labor stand for the work done by manual workers, those who work with their hands. It's simply known as labor, Okay, dear student, but in economics we use the term labor in a wide sense. In a wider sense, labor includes all human efforts done with a view to earn income. Okay, all the human efforts which you done with a view of to earn income. Okay, human work may be physical, like that of the labor, example agriculture labor, building workers, okay, etc., or mental, like that of the principal of your school, teachers in your schools. It is worth mentioning here that only physical or mental work will be treated as labor, which is undertaken to earn income and reward. So always keep in mind, in economics, whenever you hear about this term, the term labor, it simply represents the physical and mental work done by any human being to earn their livings, okay, to earn income, to earn money. Okay, all the person, all the human being which are doing physical and mental work for income or for earning, it simply represent as labor. Okay, dear student, so labor consists of all human efforts of body or of mind which are undertaken in expectation of reward. So this is the definition of labor. Okay, all the human efforts, whether it is mentally, whether it is with the help of your mind, so all the effort which you are doing to earn income, to earn your reward, it's simply known as labor. Now, essential of labor, labor is very important. Only human effort is labor. Okay, only human effort is labor. Second, labor can be both physical and mental. And third point is labor is undertaken in the expectation of reward. So these are the three basic essentials of labor. To become a labor, one is human effort required. Second, both labor have the both the things, whether he have some mental work, he is doing some mental work, or whether he is doing some physical work. And the last is he is doing that mental work or physical work only for reward. So that's why these 3 points must be essential for to become a labor. Okay, next is classification of labor. There are three classification: skilled, semi skilled, unskilled. Another one is physical and mental labor. Last one is professional and administrative labor. This part we will do in our next video. Thank you, student. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, student.